18-year-old accused in the shooting of a school campus monitor at Ed Von Tobel Middle School was in court today. A judge set bail at $100,000 for Jesse Rios in his initial appearance. As part of bail conditions, he cannot have weapons and he has to stay away from Von Tobel Middle School. Rios is facing 24 felony charges, including attempted murder and battery with a deadly weapon. Police say he was involved in a shooting near the school on Monday, and one of those bullets hit a campus security monitor outside of the school just after noon, which sent the school into lockdown. The victim is expected to recover.